Hello, good morning. It is High Priestess Jamila. How are y'all? So I am going to straighten up a little bit. I just got done doing a bunch of stuff. I had a fantastic evening last night, I got to tell you. And it was because of my dinner. My dinner was exceptionally good. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. My dinner was exceptionally good. Um, we had leftover burrilla tacos, and not only was the beef tongue meat like way more tender and flavorful the next day, but then we also made sure we didn't skip on the cilantro because we got a little too lazy to use the cilantro. But if you do burrilla tacos, you must have cilantro. It's just no, like, it's literally no getting past it. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure that my sound was not muffled and that my Bluetooth speaker was on. Hello, though, guys. And let me think of what else I can update you guys with. There was a few other things that I was going to tell you guys about. Oh, you guys know that exorcism incantation that I usually do with Aradia and Cernonos? It's not that I have anything against Aradia and Cernonos, but I'm using a totally different exorcism incantation that I kind of used that other one as like a foundation, and I kind of just reworded it for Satan and Lilith, and it's amazing. Okay. But I wanted to come and talk to you guys about something. We are preparing, and it's been pretty good this time. It has been. It's been a lot more amazing than what it has been as far as this battle with this entity called Jehovah. Jehovah actually came into my life around the age of seven ish, five ish. And the way that Jehovah came into my life was through a babysitter. I went to Bancroft Elementary School in Kansas City, Missouri. And I think that I was at that babysitter for quite some time. Like, I think that I've got bits and pieces and memories of that babysitter. But I think I was with them for at least 3 or 4 years. And these people were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they were the most evil people in the world. Very abusive, completely created a lot of trauma that I am kind of just now healing from because, stuff comes to the surface because other Jehovah's Witnesses kind of re injure me again, and because they have the energy of Jehovah over them. Just to let you guys know, I do not like Jehovah and I do not trust Yahweh. Okay. And they say that Yahweh is Jesus. I don't know. I don't care. Jehovah's worse, though. Okay. I will say this. But from what I've observed about Yahweh, I will not be dealing with that entity. Okay. And it's because of what I've observed. And I know that a lot of Hebrew Israelites worship that deity. That's your choice, not mine. I don't have to follow you in what you're doing. And I am simply here to talk to my people who don't belong in that situation. Okay. So this is not a dig at religions or anything like that, but I am going to speak very honestly about how I feel about this particular God in particular. and what I feel about it. Okay. Now, I don't have anything against Jesus Christ because, to be honest with you, and the jury is still out on this, my suspicions is that Jesus Christ is Lucifer. I've said that so many times uh, because Jesus Christ sort of says that he's the morning star, and so does Lucifer. I'm not going to debate that. So that's why I don't, but Yahweh and Jehovah, I don't have and will never have a good relationship with those entities. And the reason why is because they just don't like me. They don't, they do not like me. I do not trust nor um, have, I don't feel that soul connection with their followers. I think that those particular entities are harming their followers. And Jehovah's Witnessing has been exposed as such a harmful religion. It has been. Okay. And Jehovah's Witnesses are a little weird. I feel like they stalk. I feel like they attack witches. I feel like they are doing things that are really, really bad. And I think that in particular, I feel like they have a lot of people under possession. Okay. I feel like they have a hold on a lot of people. And, you can tell that this particular God is definitely attacking me, especially Jehovah. Jehovah attacks me at least a week prior to the holidays, every holiday. Go figure, we are close to Easter and Jehovah is attacking me and attacking the people that I love and possessing somebody that I love very much and making them act crazy. And I always feel like I have to save those people. Thank you, Satan, that I do, because I don't trust those gods. Now, a lot of people have been programmed against Satan. You've been programmed against the very same people that are here to liberate you. Okay. Here's my personal opinion. I feel that somewhere along the lines, witches or warlocks created religion. Okay. And it's not a dig at warlocks. I like warlocks. Okay. But I feel like it was one specific group of warlocks that created religion. And they did it because they wanted ultimate power and control over the people. Okay. So I think they made up this whole damn story and made it up to their advantage. And then there you have religion. Okay. And so here's where Satan comes into play, and people are so totally confused still, because when you do any research to look at public opinion, people are looking at the Bible and they're like, oh my God, this entity that calls itself God is so fucking evil. And they'll automatically say, the God in the Bible is actually the devil. You ever hear people say that? The God in the Bible is actually Satan. If the God of the Bible was actually Satan, why would that entity and Satan get into a beef? So that don't even make no sense. But anyway, so I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to work with Satan or Lilith or Hecate because what they represent is liberation and freedom. Okay, but whatever. But I think that here's where the issue came in. Before you were able to consent, your parents pretty much gave you over to that entity. So this is what makes Satan necessary in your life, especially if you are one of the chosen who that particular entity felt like you were a problem because it felt like you would be competition. Okay. And I watched this video of this black guy who is like an ex-Jehovah Witness, and you could tell that this poor dude had so much trauma. And he was talking about Jehovah, and he was like, so Jehovah's Witnesses believe that this particular God is supposed to be God, and they believe it's God when that entity is jealous of an 8-year-old celebrating its birthday. So these particular gods are just like, worship me, worship me, worship me, me. That don't jive with me. And but here's the thing, even people that don't practice or even participate, if your parents did, trust me, your parents said prayers to those entities and gave you to those entities. They did. You wouldn't have any relationship possibly, or you wouldn't have to have a relationship. So this is if you're seeking religious freedom. And I believe that more people than meets the eyes are seeking religious freedom. They just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to say it. And I believe that these people are possessed and don't have control over themselves, because why is it like a fucking clock, like a week or so before the fucking holidays? And I don't know why in the hell Jehovah got a problem with the holidays and the fucking Sabbaths. And usually people that are afflicted by Jehovah start shunning people. Like, what the fuck? Even the people that love them, all of a sudden, oh, I'm getting away from you. Oh, you're bad. Oh, I don't know that I'm human anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's very scary because they're usually very self-destructive at the same time. And I believe that those people have a contract on them. I believe that it is a tie that binds them to where they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing, what they're saying. It's weird. They start acting very weird. Like, it's just weird. Okay. Because I've been through it. I've been through the cycle like, God, about 600 freaking times. Right. So I feel like everything that we go through is for a reason. And I feel like the reason why I am going through this cycle is because the true gods are showing me what this is about and how to help people that are afflicted by Jehovah and maybe even possibly Yahweh. Okay. So if, because you were not at the age to consent to these supposed gods, you weren't. You were sort of given over to these gods either when you were a little baby or when you were a child. And so you didn't really know no better. You just went to church and you just did all this stuff. You didn't know what you were signing yourself up for, which is nothing but like a downfall, like, in my humble opinion. Just like you're just like a sacrifice. That's it. I don't think everybody is, but I think that people that are, it's obvious. You've been shot at a couple of times. Yeah. You've been stabbed a couple of times. Yeah. Yahweh, Jehovah's probably trying to murder you. He wants your blood spilled. And so without that connection with that particular deity, Yahweh, I don't even want to call them deities. I'm only going to do that out of respect because I'm a respectful person, but I don't want to call Jehovah or Yahweh deities. I want to call them entities. I want to call them phantasms for real. Okay. Because they are very, 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 very harmful. They lead men and women and children to slaughter. That is it. They are psychopathic. They are evil. They are diabolical. They are the true epitome of freaking evil. They are. Okay. And they want us to believe that Satan is evil. But Satan is an amazing person. Satan is an amazing deity. I don't look at Satan. I know that there are some people that look at Satan as not a man well, I don't look at him as a man. I look at him as a god. But some people don't see Satan as being actual real flesh, or a deity. I believe that Satan is probably the only, besides Sir Nonos, which I believe is the same deity. I believe Satan is absolutely here in the flesh. Okay. I believe that he's here in the flesh and in the spirit on this planet Earth. And so is Lilith. Okay. So the reason why you have this connection with Jehovah or Yahweh is because your parents did it. They did it. They didn't know anything about those deities or entities. They didn't know anything about them, and they just said, "Hey, sign me up." And so where Satan comes in, I don't know why there's a lot of people that are afraid of Satan, and I think that the more oppressed you are, the more afraid you're going to be of Satan. That's just like, you literally, mind, body, and spirit and soul, you have literally been almost like that little girl in The People Under the Stairs when the little boy, Michael Jackson, was trying to get her out of the window. And she said, "I'm scared. I don't want to go out there. What's out there?" So that's literally where you're at because you're afraid, because they've made you afraid. And so, where Satan comes in and why you automatically have a relationship with Satan, even if you don't want it, you automatically have a relationship with Satan, because Satan is here to liberate and to save you and even to protect you from those deities, because they are tormenting people. And not just witches, not just women, not just children. They are tormenting everybody. If you allow them in your personal space, you are being tormented by them. And I believe that I believe that Yahweh is disguising himself as Jesus. I do believe the reason why Jesus was crucified is because Jesus is Lucifer. Okay. In actuality, in reality. Okay. So, but we ain't even got a debate about that because, it just, that particular religion has basically hijacked Jesus, and it's just the way that it is, comparable to Persephone, where, Jesus just kind of probably submitted. I don't know. Um, I'm not even going to get into that. Okay. I want to talk about specifically Jehovah and Yahweh. I believe that these two entities are causing the most harm. And where Satan comes in the picture is he is there. And the reason why you have a relationship with Satan is because of your parents that made the decision to fall under these entities. And so now you almost have to have one. You almost have to have a relationship with Satan, and it's either going to be a good or a bad relationship. And you can't blame him for the choices that you made to decide to be a part of that. You can't blame Satan. People need to stop blaming Satan for their trust in these gods that are obviously harmful. Okay? So, a lot of you guys are feeling tortured. A lot of you guys are sad. A lot of you guys are depressed. A lot of you guys are going through things with your man. Your man is acting crazy, because he believes in these gods, or either even if he doesn't believe or he claims he doesn't believe, Jehovah is still over his head. And Jehovah trusts and believes that Jehovah and Yahweh believes in beatings, killings, all of that stuff. So, in order for you to get freedom, and freedom is not death, you don't have to die. It's just that you don't have to do what those entities tell you to do. You don't have to live like that. You don't. And so that's why I'm here, because there's quite a few of you that contact me about PAX. And it is the truth, what I'm speaking. Okay. Now, you know that in the Bible it says, the devil is a liar. Well, uh, I think that they told you that so that when you found a way out, you would not trust it. So I truly believe that that's why they told you that. But in reality, it's all about controlling you, and it's all about laughing at you. Like, I was looking at somebody that was literally suffering one day, literally suffering one day. And this is somebody that I love and care about. And guess what Jehovah did? Jehovah was laughing, a very evil and crooked and sadistic laughter against that person. And I was absolutely floored and taken aback. And those of you that came from the Kingdom Hall and stuff like that, and they are everywhere. They have government access. They have all sorts of stuff. And you're going to need Satan to protect you from them, because they will try to do harm to you, especially if you are a witch, or maybe if you're dating a witch, or maybe if you don't go to church. Like, they have like these agents that go out and monitor people, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've been getting watched by Jehovah's Witnesses for quite some time. I don't like it. They're weird. The Watchtower, yeah, y'all some stalkers. Y'all some stalkers. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so last night was a really, really good night because, thank you, Goddess, because I actually made a oil and I made a herbal mix. And I wonder if the video is finished uploading on TikTok. Some people are needing to be exorcised of the entity called Jehovah and Yahweh. Okay. Because it is very disruptive. Those entities are very disruptive and very problematic. Am I afraid of those entities? No, I'm not. I have no reason to be afraid whatsoever. I'm afraid of what they do to people that don't understand. Typically, some of the symptoms is craziness out of the blue, just some crazy shit. Nobody likes to be unstable. There's a reason why I think they call Lucifer or Satan the Northern Star. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be just all over the place, up and down, going back and forth all the time. And I think that that's the number one symptom. It really is. Unstable. You may be financially unstable. Your health may be bad. Those entities are causing that. And so, until you give that up and you say, I renounce you, Jehovah, I renounce you, Yahweh, you're going to continue to spiral out of control. You're going to continue to suffer, because you never know. You never freaking know. You could have been a newborn. And people take it for granted. They just go to these churches and they be like, yeah, baptize my baby, touch my baby. And you don't even know what the frick you're signing up for. You don't even know what you're signing your kid up for. And then 2 years later, you ain't even at the church no more. But that deity is already hungry for the blood, hungry for the flesh and the soul of your family member, which is why it fucking sucks when our parents do that. I feel that it should be against the law for parents to do that. I feel like they need to have our freaking consent. Just like they're saying that people have to get consent to have a circumcision or pierce your ears. I feel like you need to make it so that I'm old enough to understand, and don't just sign me up for this and I'm not even old enough to agree. Anyway, the contract or the existence of those very harmful entities in your life, it can very easily be reversed and expunged from your life. However, it's the agents of Jehovah and it's the agents of Yahweh that sort of try to that bring in that energy, because I can always feel like now I know what it is because it got brought over to my house. And I'm like, what the it was like a bunch of entities that was connected to Jehovah. And I was like, what the hell is this? And it's very parasitic. I don't want nothing to do with Jehovah. It's nothing against you. Okay. It's just that entity does not like me, has been torturing me since I was a child, destroyed my pumpkin during Halloween, during a time that I should have been celebrating as a little bitty young witch, literally broke my heart. And the way I feel about Jehovah has nothing to do with being abused by Jehovah's Witnesses for 3 or 4 years of my life. These are things as an adult that I'm able to discern. So this is the reason why I will never give up my relationship with Satan, because Satan protects me. So it just is what it is. I'm not afraid of it. You know, they tell you, oh, well, you's gonna something. I ain't even gonna say it. It's like, well, no, I'm not. I'm immortal. I have eternal life. What are you talking about? Through Lilith. So what are you talking about? So I just, you guys, if you are being tormented by that entity and you have walked away from Jehovah's Witnessing, but you're still being tormented and people are telling you, hey, you were acting weird. Like you were acting almost possessed. Like what was wrong with you? Like, and it just came out of the blue. Men that are Jehovah's Witnesses or men that were raised Jehovah's Witnesses or have Jehovah over their head are impossible. Witches, you have to, if you're gonna be with that man, you're gonna have to make him turn away from that from that entity, because it ain't gonna do nothing but make you very unhappy. You'll be blissfully happy with somebody, and next thing you know, here come fucking Jehovah. I have an anti-Jehovah and anti-Yahweh sigil that I am actually getting printed so that I can hang it in my house in a frame. I could just take a picture frame and hang it up, but I actually want like a really pretty color picture of it. And, I want it to look very artsy, and I want it to be hung in my house because I don't want Jehovah in my house. It makes no sense whatsoever. Typically, it doesn't make any sense, and that chaos comes in. The chaos of Jehovah sucks. And it's not like chaos magic. No. Maybe to a Jehovah's Witness, as they're whipping you up in a blender and grinding you up. But to a witch, it makes no sense because, you got to understand, I work with deities like Lilith and Vepar. Vepar is a mermaid that is very serene, just like imagine the most perfect, beautiful, bluest ocean water with the moonlight glistening off of it. And there's like a big rock or even an iceberg. sticking out of the ocean, and Vepar is just like sitting up there, just like, ah. And I believe that if we were to research it, Vepar is very, very close to cancers, people under the Cancer zodiac sign. Because, I've seen many depictions of Cancer's the crab as a mermaid, as well as like just in the middle of the ocean, just like, ah, you know what I'm saying? And so all of that blah, 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 and rah, 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 and ga, 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 and inflammation and fighting and arguing and war, which sometimes war is necessary, but you should not have war in your home. You should not have war going on in your love relationship with your twin flame. You should not have war going on with your children. No, that deity, I'm watching that deity literally destroy the relationship of a man from his sons. I'm literally watching that. And I'm just like, why do you sit back and let it happen? Like, are you that possessed to where you can't open up your eyes to it? Right? So, but you can't force them sometimes, although you can help coax them out of the mind control of Yahweh and Jehovah. But those of you that have made a choice and you still feel like, oh fuck, this life sucks, like I'm constantly being harassed, like I feel like something's following me, it's Jehovah, it's Yahweh, it's the agents. And if you're tired of it, Satan is the only way to go, because that's what he specializes in. People are definitely afraid of Satan for some reason. Like I said, I don't know why. Well, I actually do know why, because you fear the unknown. However, every stinking time I connect with Satan, he always just super duper impresses me. And Lilith as well. I'm doing great, Adam. Thank you. I think I'm going to make some lamb shoulder. I saw Diane's Kitchen. She made like a lamb. She made a gyro basically, but she used lamb shoulder, and it was like garlicky lamb. And I'm going to try to find a lamb shoulder so I can eat that for probably Easter. That's basically it. I'm chilling. So basically, somewhere between, it's so sick because somewhere between Thursday and Sunday, here comes Yahweh and Jehovah. And I keep telling them, listen, I am a witch. I Do you not understand that I'm a witch? Do you not understand that I am a satanic witch? Do you not understand that I don't seek your approval? Okay. And so people have been lied to profusely about Satanism. People always think that Satanists are child molesters or whores or whatever. That's not true. No, I don't, Adam. I don't actually, but I do follow what's his name? EO Quetting on TikTok. I do follow him on TikTok. Yep. But no, I don't go to the forums. I don't do no forums. Why? Why do you ask that though? Is it because you read something like what I'm saying? I mean, I can tell you that that's what I know to be true, and that's just all it is to it. But yeah, I think that religious people and people under those gods and deities, I don't think that they would hear about, feel so bad about us, if they would stop trying to impede on us, if they would stop trying to control us, if they would stop trying to punish us for what? What are you trying to punish us for? For what? I don't believe that Yahweh or Jehovah actually has the keys to heaven. You know, if there's such place like that that exists actually in the afterlife, so that's what it's, you know, that's how they sell it, is heaven. But in the meantime, you're just supposed to live in hell on earth, which is totally ridiculous. But you know, um, and people just continue and go on and on with it, which is totally ridiculous to me. Goodness gracious, this thing was gummed up. Jehovah was lower hierarchy Babylonian demon. He's nothing. He's like a little bat-like archon trying to be like the more powerful guys like Enki and Enlil. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And that's really sad. Y'all saw what Adam said. Let me highlight your comment. Bat-like archon. Yeah, I know about the archons. Um, you know, I'm a child of Lilith. I'm not too concerned about them. I mean, you know, she pretty much protects me from a lot of that mess. But do share. I'm interested. Yahweh was in Lil. As for whether Lucifer was in Key or not, I am not sure, but it is possible. From my revelations being in spiritual warfare with both Yahweh and Jehovah, yeah, they are different entities, mostly with Jehovah. Yeah, okay, okay. You know what? I like it's, you know, I'm digging everything else that you're saying, but like, as far as my belief that, because Yahweh, like, uh, I wasn't feeling it. I actually don't work with Lucifer though, and Lucifer and Satan are two different deities. So I would say that when it comes to Yahweh, I would say that Yahweh is not as bad. Whoever they are, I stay under the protection of Satan. That's just that's just what that is, because I don't want to deal with it. And you know, I've been pretty pissed because they've been trying to block off my connection with my Neptune and stuff, you know, and it's been irritating the entire hell out of me. It really has, you know what I'm saying, trying to block off you know, stuff, and causing all kind of problems and stuff. And it just it's just it's stupid, you know what I'm saying. It's very, very stupid, you know. And you know, I would like to just to let y'all know, I do want to move out of the Bible Belt of Georgia. And part of the reason why is because marijuana is not legal in Georgia yet. It's legal in my hometown, which is why I would love, love, love to move back ASAP. You know, and it's, you know, everything is pointing to me, you know, going back there because it's so ridiculously difficult to you know, because it's not legal here, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just how I feel about that. You know, y'all know that marijuana or cannabis is a Neptunian herb. And it's just freaking irritating. You know what I'm saying? It's just freaking irritating. And I cannot stand it when agents of Jehovah, agents of these stupid, and it's usually some stupid older person. I can't stand it when I hear like an older person that probably even smokes crack cocaine talking about marijuana. And that's why I don't listen to their frequencies. I really don't. I can't be in their frequency because, you know, they want to talk about marijuana being harmful and da 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 when they really don't even understand it. And you can sit up there and keep saying over and over again how marijuana is harmful. However, marijuana is a herb of Neptune. I do make offerings. I want to make offerings to Santa Muerta of marijuana. I don't do any illegal drugs in my house, though, by the way, because it's illegal in Georgia. So it just, man, I got to get away from this Bible Belt, man. I got to get away from this Bible Belt. Will I go to the forum? Go to this link? Go on this link. I can't see the link. I don't know if it's not letting you post it or whatever. May not be letting you post it. I personally feel like Jehovah is like a blood-sucking parasite. Like, he's like a parasite. So it's interesting that you would call him bat-like. And constantly trying to use everything to feed off of me, and I don't allow him. And I'm tired of Jehovah following me around everywhere. I'm tired of Jehovah harassing me. And so there are things being put into place to block Jehovah out. I don't want Jehovah's Witnesses coming to my house. Leave me alone when they come to my house. I am very, very rude to them. And I throw salt at them. Like, and if they want to say that I'm assaulting them on my own front porch, okay, fine. I do not like Jehovah's Witnessing. I do like, and it's not that I hate the Jehovah's Witness, but I don't, I think that they're trespassers. What does Jehovah physically manifest as? Well, you mean like what? For me, it feels like restriction and constriction and inflammation is what usually manifests whenever Jehovah is doing his thing. However, I have been not dealing with that. I have been not accepting that, and that has not been happening. But typically, Jehovah manifests as a virus for me. Like, I am totally allergic to Jehovah and his antics. I hate it. I feel like he's anti-love. I feel like he is stealing our men. I feel like he's turning them gay. I Nothing against gay people, but I feel like he uses that. I feel like he's really, really sick. And I want him to leave me alone because I will never give those deities my soul. And it just is what it is. Like, you're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never get it. And you ain't gonna get my children's souls either. Hold on, y'all. I got some coconut water or coconut juice is what they call it. Oh, this stuff is so good. So that's the reason why so many people turn to Satan, is because those particular deities are very, very harmful to us. And you can feel it. You can feel it. It's almost like it's trying to feed off of you, and it's just going and going and going and going and going. Jehovah has been going and going and going and going and going for 2 or 3 freaking days. Jehovah has been going and going and going and going and going, possessing people on the internet, possessing my man. Jehovah has been going and going and going and going and going for days and days and days and days at the freaking time. And I just want Jehovah to go away. Leave me alone. Leave my family alone. Just going and going and going, just sick and crazy. Going and going and going for days now. 4 days now. I am not kidding y'all. And it's so annoying because he is such a liar. He is so deceptive. He is so deceitful, so destructive. He has been going and going and going. And I did a new exorcism incantation. Y'all are going to be excited about this. Oh, Lilith wants me to read it in English, but I do have it in Latin. She wants me to read it to y'all in English. Okay. Let's go ahead and read it in English. Okay. Kingdoms of the earth and hell, sung to Satan, sing to Lilith. Kingdoms of the earth, sung by the goddess Lilith and on the inverted cross. Queen of hell, guardians of earth, we stand in power together to destroy you. With no fear, we obliterate you. Powerful spirits of the infernal, in all our power and glory, we are delivered from every binding, oppressive spirit that seeks to control us in our power. We banish and destroy every unclean spirit that wishes to humble us. Every unclean spirit that goes against our will. All religious spirits, the adversary that seeks to take our power, our joy, our sex, you are banished forever from this place that you have invaded. You went against our will. We destroy you. We take back our powers. The false gods, we destroy you. You are not welcome. Your hypocrisy and lies, illusions, we destroy you. Every biblical religious spirit, we are liberated. Our Lord Satan and Lady Lilith, deliver us from their weakness, sickness, death, and destruction. Make my loved ones safe from this control. Free us of our chains. Call in the infernal spirits and possess this person against their will so we may be happy right now. O thou Satan and Lilith, hear us now. Heal us now of its weakness, chaos, and confusion. Break the enemy who has invaded us within seconds and give us all our precious time back with beauty, youth, and peace. Hear us now, Lord Satan and Lady Lilith, most powerful God in his infernal space. We invoke thee. Satan will force all the oppressors to bow down and do as we will. Lilith will heal, protect, reclaim all our power, free of weakness and curses, and resurrect us. Blessed Satan, glory to the Father. Blessed Lilith, mother of glory. Blessed be. And I can see that I have a few typos in here, so I got to print this back out again so that I'll have the correct Latin. Yeah. So instead of, y'all know the Regna Terre Cantata, so instead it's Regna Terre et Inferni, Cantaverant, Satanei, Cantate, Lilia, Regna Terrae, Canunter, Adia, Lamia, and Cruce Inversa. Salve Regina, Orsi, Custodes Terrae, but I've got to fix something on this. So it's probably going to be slightly different. So I'm not going to read the whole thing in Latin. So yeah, any of them spirits come to me, it's like, no. Okay, no. No, 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 no. Freedom, 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 freedom. Power, 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 power. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's going to replace my other exorcism incantation because that's all you see, especially if somebody done read somebody done put one of them Bible spirits out there. It's like, oh my God, like really? Like you are not my friend, hun. You are not my friend. Because most of the time, people just like to use it as a source of control sometimes. And yeah, like I want things to go according to my will also, but I'm happy. You unhappy. You're miserable. And I'm happy. So which side you gonna be on? Oh, you gonna stay over there and be miserable? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, tell Yahweh and Jehovah, I said bye. Bye now. Does it physically manifest as an entity in your space? Oh God, no. Maybe through a man, maybe while it's possessing a man, but no, not in a while. Maybe a little bit the other night, manifested as a man that came over my house in very bad spirit. But otherwise, no. Nope. So, I don't want to hear it anymore. Like, and it sucks because most people spend most of their damn life wrapped up in that crud. And it's like, oh my God, like, leave me alone. Especially when it comes to women, it's heartbreaking. Men ain't doing good with that stuff either. In fact, the God of the Bible hates men too. Like, I don't know. No, usually the only time Yahweh or Jehovah can manifest physically is by possessing men. And then he physically comes into my space somehow. But he can't really do much. He can't really do much. I remember when biblical spirits would possess my baby daddy. And it was one time my baby daddy came in the house to assault me. And I don't know what happened. But I know for a fact that Satan got him up out of there. He was always there from the beginning. He got him up out of there. It was like blackout. It was like, what happened? Okay, he's gone. My baby is still safe in her swing. My other baby's still upstairs asleep in her crib. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen and I believe that Jehovah and Yahweh causes domestic violence a lot of the time. Because what be wrong with these men? They just uh I am a zombie that hates women in this moment. It's like, you know. And I used to be able to kind of control my baby daddy, but he was out of control after I put him out. He broke into my house. Because when he would get drunk, I would tell him, I would say, go take your ass upstairs, leave me alone, and go to sleep. And he would go, well, if you insist. And he would go upstairs and go to sleep. But then he graped me like a few weeks after that. And after the grape happened, I broke up with him. Okay. Don't grape me. So, yeah, no. Yeah, no. So, whatever. I'm not afraid of it because people be like, ain't you scared that God's gonna get you? Who's God? Who's God? Satan is God. Satan would never do anything to harm me at all. And I'm getting sick and tired of religious people doing the stuff that they're doing and then saying, oh, Satan did it. Satan made me do that. No, actually, your Bible told you to do that. Actually, your Bible instructed you to do that, didn't it? That's what no. That's not what I can see because all I see is violence and rape and just all kind of craziness in the Bible. So that's why I don't play around with it. Okay, just like I think that people that believe in the Bible, I feel like they just playing around with magic. You know, I do feel like it is a form of magic, but I think it was like a bad joke. Like religion is like a bad joke to me. Like, really? I do believe it was created by warlocks, not by witches. And a warlock can be a man or a woman. Warlock ain't got to be no man. Warlock can be a woman. Your last comment. What last comment? You're going to have to repost it. Because you made so many comments that I can't tell which one you're talking about, sweetie. So, anywho, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. And with that said, I'm going to burn my fiery wall of protection and I am going to get out of here. Live and love in the light is all I got to say. Okay? Live and love and live and learn is all I got to say. And I be trying to explain to people, though. I be like, hey, listen, bro, like your religion is hurting you and it's hurting me, and like, why don't you give it up? Like, when you feel the need to act stupid, why don't you tell that God to leave you alone? Because that's really who, but I guess it's called possession for a reason. And I believe that it's an entity. I believe it's a army of entities that it can it goes around possessing people. And I don't know why they keep messing with the witches. Just don't bring it up in my house. That's all I care about. Don't bring that entity up in my house. Okay? And then as far as Christians, I respect you and your need to be Christian. I still do work for Christians. A lot of witches won't do work for Christians, so I'm gonna be honest with you. But I do, and a lot of Christians don't like Jehovah either. A lot of Christians don't like Jehovah or Yahweh. Okay. Hey, ILJ, hello. Thank you, Adam. All the best to you too. Thank you. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And I just want to live my life without that feeling of just hypocrisy, controversy, confusion, chaos. Like, because I can stay on like a theta or a delta frequency like all day long. And then just like, why do you want to have war? Like, what is it for? And it's just blah, 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 blah. I don't even see how people even listen to that. Just blah, 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 blah. Just all day. And I think a lot of those people are just possessed. Like, what the hell? Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see people just, it's like, and then they'll say praise Jesus or praise Yahweh. Really? Like I'm not sold on that religion, buddy. I'm just not sold on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be over here on cloud nine. And then as soon as somebody with that spirit, they just be just struggle. Just yeah. All right. I'll be like, that you have a better choice than that, right? No, I like arguing and being frustrated and stuff. Yeah, I like it. No, you don't. You really don't like that. It's hard on your body. That's why the lifespan of people is so low. It's hard on your body. It's not good for the body. It's not good for the mind. It's not good for the spirit. It really isn't. So, those of you that are taking side notes on this, you know, somebody like a few of my people contacted me and they were like, because we can actually, I do readings where I will invoke those spirits. I can invoke any spirit and do a reading and see what messages they have for you. And it's like, man, live life and be happy, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the satanic panic and all that mess and all that jazz was happening, but that is because there are some people that call themselves Satanists that take it to a very, very, very dark place. And, I can't say whether or not those people are actually real Satanists, but what I can tell you is Satan is a very peaceful God. Satan will go to war. Satan will raise hell. So will Lilith. If somebody's trying to hurt their children like anybody else would, but then the God of the Bible is like, fuck your kids. Like, huh? Yeah, screw them. Uh, bye. Yeah, no. So that's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, no. Okay, guys. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up too. Okay. It's for some reason there's a lot of Jesus freaks and religious fanatics over here. I really don't fucking understand it. I don't, and they don't care. They like, I don't care, Jehovah is torturing you. You're sorry, and drunk and high and all kind of stuff. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And, they kind of flagged my main channel because they tried to isolate me and back me into a freaking corner. And it's like, bro, I am like, go away. And they're still stalking me. Like, they're just still stalking me. Now, as far as like me feeling tormented by their dumb agents and stuff, by the people that talk the shit, I don't feel tormented by that. But the spirit of Jehovah, like when I catch his spirit, I'll be like, what the? I'll be like, oh God, I was feeling peaceful and tranquil, and then you came in. And it's not the same as Mars, because Mars is about chaos. It's not the god Aries. It's not, because I work with Mars energy all the time, and that's not what I'm getting. It's a totally different feeling. It's almost like a suffocating feeling that Jehovah gives me, and I don't like it. And I don't like it at all. I really don't. Okay. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Blessed be.